and all is right with the world because Wally forgot to take down the washing line as per usual. Pat, you are very welcome, buddy. It has been quite a while since we have seen you straight onto a live feed like that. So, guys, it is Friday night. It is Wally's house. Wally is tired, but feeling accomplished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this jumper before we even get started, and then we will get started. So, what has been happening in Wally's world this week? Well, it's been like this, and I'm going to touch on this again, guys, as more people come on. We have been having a heat wave. I'm not going to say a heat wave. We have very warm weather at the minute. It was 17 degrees today for us. Let me see. Which is 62 Fahrenheit, 62.6, which is 63 Fahrenheit. So that is an unusual temperature for us for this time of year. Generally, what we have, I got sunburned. Good old Irishman. It gets sunny. First thing you do is you go out and you get sunburned. That is the way of the world. My hands are destroyed. I don't know. Roddy, how's it going, buddy? I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll turn this to the very white light. Look. No, you can't really see. My hands are full of thorns. Absolutely full of thorns. And blisters. And that is from the trigger on the brush cutter, because I have been brush cutting my little socks off, as they say, and the reason why is because I went back to the jungle again, and I after using the jet fit in the no way, Roddy. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. And last week, did we have snow last week or the week before? It's crazy. So, check this out as well. Look. I just found this. I didn't find it. I had it, but I just remembered I had it. Check this out. Isn't it cool? I am your father. That is a bit freaky, isn't it? Right, next. That's the same one. Red. Flashy red. Blue. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Look at that. Flashy blue. Green. Flashy green. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? It's actually called the Apollo. And you can see why. Let me turn my light on. You can see why it's called the Apollo. Sorry, it was just sitting there in front of me. I thought I'd have play with it. My good friends at what do you call them? At Brainite sent me that, and I was supposed to review it, right? And what happened was, as soon as I got this, they actually sent it to me for Christmas. They sent me a Christmas present, which was very unexpected and very nice. And as soon as it landed for Christmas, Jay, you are very welcome, buddy, and everybody's welcome. Everybody. Sorry, Pat and Roddy, if I didn't say that to you. As soon as it landed, and I turned it on, they showed it to Evie, it went yoink, and he was like, oh, I like that, and it was gone. and Evie stole it. And they actually sent me a message, and they were like, "What did you think of the Apollo?" And I was like, "What the hell are these people talking about? What are they talking about?" That is the Apollo, and it is a tent light, and it is a very, very cool little thing. It's only small. So, anywho. So, guys, you know me. You know of my long-term struggles against nature and these things that have thwarted me in the past. Well, thwart no more. Thwart no more. The jungle has been defeated. Today, I spent 8 hours brush cutting. Yesterday, I spent no hours brush cutting. Tuesday, I spent 4 hours brush cutting. And Monday, I spent 5 hours brush cutting. And the jungle is tamed. It is gone. I have brush cutted the whole lot of it. It is completely gone. No, NBC, you're very welcome, buddy. I'm going to call you NBC. After the confusion the last time, you know. So how is that 435 looking? One of my favorite saws, everybody knows. Did Pat win it? Pat, did you win that contest, or was it it was Pilk, wasn't it? It was Pilk. Polk won that contest to win one of those Bright torches. Or was it Pat who won it? I don't remember. I know you got a torch for something as well, Pat. Or was that a random giveaway? I don't remember. But oh, I turned it on again. Hang on. So, where was I? Where was I? For 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, what? Oh, yeah. The brush cutter, sorry. So, guys, it is done. I literally finished I was down there at 10 o'clock this morning, and I finished at 6:30 this evening. It just was. And apparently I got a little bit of sunburn on my neck. I don't know. I can't see my neck, so I don't know if I did or not. And it doesn't really. Nice. AVT, thank you very much for your comment. Pat, they're good torches. They're really, really good torches. There was something going on out the back there, and I just went out with the one I have, and just not the little small one, not this one. And they have some new stuff coming out as well that they're sending me. This is like, I carry this every single day, and that is a hell of a little torch. It's a very bright torch, okay, and it is adjustable. Look, I love that. It is dead handy. Yeah, very, very good. Oh no! Do you need a special screwdriver to tune them? I did not know that. I don't think mine has ever been tuned. No, it has to have been tuned. Mine's a little ripper, I have to say. So Pat named my saw, or Pilk named my saw Igor, but Pat literally, I actually had to go and check the comments because the two of them came in at exactly the same time when I did a giveaway contest. But Pat or Pilk was like 4 seconds faster than Pat or something like that. So Igor. So I have the Frankensaw, I have Igor, and I have the Hulk. And the Frankenweenie. Don't forget the poor wee Frankenweenie. So guys, it has been, yeah, I don't know if to do it or not. They do a lot of gun lights, so a gun light, one of the gun lights might fit it. You know, because they're sort of like that. But the Chinese lights that you can get are unbelievable. Somebody else messaged me looking me to test torches, and I just deleted it. Somebody else messaged me and said, your content is really good. It would be good for our promotion. Please reply with your contact information, and we will get back to you about our promotion. And I was like, This is my contact information. What sort of a lunatic are you? You just emailed me and asked me for my contact info. This is my contact info. So, wait until you hear this. I got such a laugh today. Somebody commented on my, the cabin build video, the 30 video long cabin build video. It's been going on for 2 years. The cabin in the off-grid, small off-grid cabin in the woods, whatever it's called. Look at all the bits on me from getting hit with stuff today from the brush cutter. Well, somebody commented on it. They said, it's such a nice thing that you've done. I hope you and your partner are really happy when you move into that little or you and your partner look really happy together. I hope you have an enjoyable life living in that cabin together. I laughed and I laughed and I laughed because that's my Uncle John. That's in that video. It's John that helped me build it, so that is the way. That is the way, guys. Other than that, it has been. Ooh. Thank you. Any tips on splitting Lalandii? I did. Do you know what? I did a video on Lalandii this week. Actually, it hasn't come out yet, but it's for my other channel, Red Branch Bushcraft, because I was going over the properties of Lalandii bark and cypress bark and how you can use it for starting fires when you're out in the wilderness. I would say happy Friday, Butler Outdoor Canada. I would say yes. Lalandii is hard to split. It is hard to split. When I am splitting Lalandii, I think to myself, this wood has got very low BTUs. It spits a lot. It's not great in the fire. Is this actually worth my while splitting? That's what I think. A lot of the times I toss it to the side. I actually have down at Red Branch, I have stacks and stacks and stacks of Lalandii. I know there was some of it in my last video, but actually off through the forest, I have left big lengths of it just lying, and I have sort of crisscrossed them and arranged them so that there's runs and there's closed in places, and they're actually wildlife features. So that's what I do with the Lalandii I get. Unfortunately, Hacka metal. So I would say find your knots, split in between your knots. Spruce is tough, but tough. Spruce is hard, boy. Hard. That spruce that I had was impossible. That's why I split so much of it with the saw. Yeah, well, this is the thing, Roddy. If it's free, it's free. The thing about Lalandii is that about 40 years ago, everybody planted it around their houses. And it grows very fast. So there is a lot of it about there. People are removing it from their houses because of no light. So there is a lot of it out there. So that's the benefit of it. It's there. So basically, I don't know, get yourself some wedges. If you're really struggling with it and it's big, cut it with the saw. That's all. Get your chainsaw and cut it up with the chainsaw. This is it, you see. I remember when we were doing a lot of tree work, probably around the time when the channel was sort of getting going and stuff. I wasn't very confident with chainsaws on the channel now. But my friend was into chainsaws, and we were both. He was doing the climbing and I was running the ropes and stuff because we know how to do all that, and he's a climber, rock climbing instructor. So I don't think we've any elm left. I really don't. But we were doing a job about once every couple of weeks. Chippy's ATV, thank you very much, buddy. Woohoo! Oh, would you tell me this? Would you put Yeah. 20-inch chipper. Jesus. Oh, tractor chipper. Sorry. Oh my God. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Free wood is free wood. I would agree with Roddy on that. In my time, the way I operate when it comes to firewood and stuff, I don't. I take what I can get. Okay, I really take what I can get. In my firewood that is nearly finished for 22-23 winter. Andrew, how's it going? I think it's a little bit more than that, Chippies. Thank you very much. There is definitely Lalandii in there, and there's black pine, and there is larch and spruce, and there's all that stuff just mixed in there because that is the way it is. Yes, free delivered wood. Now, unfortunately for us, we don't have the situation that you guys have in the States where a tree service will land up to your driveway and tip a big load of wood. That just doesn't happen. Unreal. No, I have never come across it. I've never come across it. I know there's a guy on the channel. I don't know if he's on now tonight. I think he's somewhere down the country in Tipperary or something like that, in Ireland. And he has a couple of videos of splitting elm. I think elm was all wiped out here about 20 years ago. So it is, you just don't see it. But by all regards, from what I see you guys in the States splitting, Al, good evening. It is hard to split. I am brushing my beard with a pencil. Yes, that is what I am doing while we were talking. I need to make sure that. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, so this is what's been going on, guys. The jungle has been tamed. That has been my story of the week. I have been cutting grass. I have been brush cutting. Yeah, see, lime is something that we don't have here either. It's something I've never seen. So what I am doing is all I'm splitting at the minute is nothing. I have nothing. I'm down at Red Branch and there's some wood there. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow afternoon I might split some of the wood down at Red Branch for you because it can be quite difficult to split this black pine. It is I know I've mentioned it before, but I have a couple of videos that where I see when I'm doing at Red Branch and I'm doing Red Branch videos. That's my other channel, guys. Red Branch Bushcraft. If I'm doing knife reviews, I always like to stick with the same core things that a bushcraft survival knife should be able to do. It should be able to throw sparks from a ferro rod for lighting fires, and it should be able to split wood. It should be able to batten wood. And I've had serious knives fail to split this wood, and you're talking little pieces that, 4 inches, stuff like that, and it can't split that black pine because it's so twisty. And I bent a knife in half, just bent it like that. The whole blade just bent around like that from trying to split that stuff. Nice. That is so cool, guys. You're so lucky. Pat, you are so lucky. Oh my God, are you related to each other? Brandon and Butler, long lost brothers, both from Ontario. Yes, it is. It's very small. It's only 2 acres, but it is. And it is 1 acre of. It's about an acre of trees, but the rest of it. I am replanting with native species. So it is. It was planted for Christmas trees, and what happened is any of the small falling jobs that you see me doing, where I'm generally using the 435. And I'm cutting down small trees. That is in Red Branch. That's the way it is there. Them trees are in maybe 30 years, maybe ish, and they were all overplanted. And there's serious thinning needs to go. There's still serious thinning, and I've been thinning trees there for 5 years. So there's there's still more to do. It's where I built the cabin, guys, as well. So that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. But knowing me, the spark source will be when I had a piece of steel. It'll be like sparks coming off the chain, lighting a fire with a chainsaw instead of using the spark plug. Yeah, exactly. See, Roddy knows the crack. So it is June 79. Good evening. You're very welcome, buddy. You're very welcome. Look at that. 10 people online, 10 thumbs up. That is absolutely unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. So it is yeah. Do you have somewhere you can store it, Pat? Look at the fancy water I have tonight. People don't give away wood here. This is the thing. People don't give it away. We've so little of it that it's precious, and people will sort of, I know I'm going to keep that and do something with it, and then it'll rot in their garden. Do you know what I mean? And they'll be sitting looking at it every day, going, oh, yeah. So let me see if I can get this up and running, guys. So it was a nice week. It was. Give me 1 second. Oh, I'm not live on my channel. Na, 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 na. 25%. So it was brush cutting. How Chippy, enlighten me. Let me know. I need a source. Yeah. Well, here is the thing as well, with the fuel prices rising. I know we've talked about it before. Some of you guys mightn't have been on. We talked about how firewood being the most sustainable fuel source in Ireland, and it's the cheapest, and you can regrow it and do all that stuff. Oh no, in the middle of a tree, Pat? No way. Yeah. Well, listen, here's what we could do. We could make a big, huge raft, and we could just float it over. Like they used to float it down the rivers. Yeah, if you're lucky. And even people begrudge it to each other. I don't want him getting that. That boy cuts up all that firewood. And stuff like that. See, Chippy, herein lies the rub. They don't. It's not measured in cords, right? They don't do that here. I do it because the way they measure it here is by weight. No, not even by weight, by a storage. So you buy a ton of, they say a ton of logs, but it's not a ton of logs. It's a ton bag full of logs, and that's the way they sell it because it's handy. And the stuff you're getting is crap. Okay, crap. I mean, like, it's forestry wood, wood that was destined for a pulp machine. It's generally Sika spruce or something like that. And my ma bought some, and she bought a ton bag. Wait and hear this. I was actually going to buy one myself and do a video on it, right? She bought a ton bag, and she got 4 foot by 4 foot. That's how much was in a ton bag. 4 foot by 4 foot. And these are only 10-inch pieces of wood. Okay? I saw that, Roddy. So that's it in around 40 to 50 pound for less than a face cord. Okay? Butler, take it easy, buddy. That's what they're paying here, right? For wood, for really bad wood that is small. It's only this length, okay? And for me to put something like that in my fire, I need something that length. It needs to be at least 18 inches to fill my fire properly. There's no point having stuff away from the sides when my water is heated by the fire in the sides. So it's like, I don't know. It's a rip-off. That's what it is. It's a rip-off. The firewood industry here is a rip-off because there is so little firewood. Yeah. Well, a ton bag. It'll hold a ton of sand, I think. That's the way it is. So the thing is that I am very nearly out of firewood, right? But I'm not bored. The fire hasn't been lit in a week. So I have plenty for winter 2022-23, but that still needs to sit for at least, until October. But I was doing wood for my mother as well, so she was out too. So I had nothing to fit her stove, nothing dry, nothing seasoned. And what happened was she bought a ton bag, right? And I couldn't believe it. It wasn't that dry. It was between 18 and 20%, but it was lying somewhere, and it was a face cord is $150. $150, really? Yeah, probably, Andrew. They're quite big. Maybe I will show you one. How could I show you one? Let me see now. This is probably the only way I can do it. And there's all different ways. Like there's bags of logs being sold on. Yeah, exactly. Click the link. A 150 a cord or 150 a face cord? Hang on a second. Gia, what are you selling? No, I can't buy wood. I can't do it. I can't buy wood. No. I can't buy wood. If I was going to buy wood, I would buy a lorry load of wood, and it would all need to be in full lengths. Do you know what I mean? So I can cut it and split it myself to get the most enjoyment and benefit out of. Now, wow. Yeah, listen, firewood is going to ramp up. It is. It's okay. Guys, firewood is going to go up. Everything is going up. It's crazy. The fuel has actually come back down again a little bit here, but it was 183 yesterday. Mama Taz, how's it going? You're very welcome. So it was, but the firewood is going to go through the roof. It really is. People are putting their prices up. I got 5 liters of petrol today for my brush cutter, and it cost me £14. £14. £14. Oh, you were saying that, Jay. Where? Oh, Westmeath. Jesus, not that far away. 64-wheel drive in the house. Yeah, you see, that's the difference. So 63 acres of ash to cut. Wow, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You see this, and this is the thing. And Gia, tell me this: what are they doing with the ash? Are they cutting it in lengths and selling it out in lengths? I think, what do you call it? You buy it by the roadside or something? Is that what you call it? So you just cut it and stack it, and then these big trucks come in and just lift it. It'd be the same as what Buchan would be doing when he's running big things. It is. Yeah, Roddy. Yep. Do you think? AVT, don't buy a lorry load. Well, that's it, isn't it? You see, the thing is that they are cutting the mountain local here, and it's large as well. So, oh no, Jay, we've talked about this before, Jay. That is unreal, unreal. And how big are they? Mama Taz's middle name? My hair? Oh yeah, MJ. What do you think? It's getting there, isn't it? The date is set for May 27th, guys. May 27th is going to be the Friday Night Live. Is going to be downstairs in the kitchen, and it's going to be the head shave and beard shave and all that. Okay, so for charity, remember, for charity. And if anybody does feel like donating, that's the link. Oh, Jesus, 250 things in that link. That is crazy. Sorry, hang on. That's it, Pat. Or I might get the chainsaw, and then the sparks will be flying, and we can light the fire with the sparks that's coming out the chainsaw. 40-foot high and 16-inch diameter. Oh, okay, okay. So about maybe 20 years old, 20, 30 years old. That is a nice wee number for you. It's a nice wee number. It's a lot of work, but man, it's a nice number. AVT, where are you based? Are you in the UK? The problem here is that all the firewood and stuff like that. Sorry, all the wood is all run by one company, and that's Balcas. Okay, and Balcas are up the north, and they come in. They, all the wood that is cut is going to Balcas, and that's the way it is. And they process it, and they do everything with it, and wood chips and all that there jazz, and massive big scandal here involving them and stuff like that, and 500 million pounds of taxpayers' money went missing, and yes, that is quite expensive, isn't it? But tell me this, Juha, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm really sorry. Do many people do it themselves? Do a lot of people split and stack firewood the same way that I would do it? Because I really, what was that book I read? Was it Norwegian Wood? Nice. MJ, I'm 50-50. I like the look of it, but man, my head does be roasting. I think I've been so long with the skinhead that it's hard. Maybe I should turn on the light and let you see it in all its glory. So it's ta-da! Yeah, look at, and the beard as well. So the beard's going too, but I'm not going to wet shave it. Okay, I'm not going to wet shave it, and here is why: is because I have a communion the following day, so I don't want to be like looking like a lunatic. Even more like a lunatic, I should say. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. Because I'll be going on holidays after that as well, so I'll be straight over to a hot country with no beard and no hair. Somebody donated somebody donated 50 quid to my brother. Actually donated 50 quid, and he said, I want everything wet shaved and I want the eyebrows and everything gone. That's what my 50 quid entitles me to. I need it done. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. You know I would, but I can't because of the stuff that's going on. Yeah, no problem, AVT. No problem. I completely understand. Thank you very much. No wet shave. I can't do the wet shave. I would be killed if I did the wet shave. Maybe some other time. Maybe some other time I'll do it. But that'll probably be the last head shaving video on the channel. So this is where the Mama Taz, thank you very much. No, Roddy. No. Well, it does. It is a tough gig cutting trees, isn't it? It really is. Any physical activity like that is really hard because it just grinds you over time. You know, it's a grinder. It's a very slow grinder. Now you keep it nice as well, Pat. Nice. Track chippers now, nice. I don't know, MJ. I don't know about that. I did say that I would keep my hair short for 15 years and then I would grow it long again. And I don't remember how long it has been. It could be coming up on 10 years. So in 5 years, I could grow it long. And, you know, I did have big, long dreadlocks before. And that's where the name Woolly comes from. Because it said I looked like a woolly sheep. It is. There is a scheme, Haka. But it's through the Woodland Trust. So basically what they need is at least 13 acres. And they will pay you. They will come in and they will plant the trees and they will pay you to keep those trees on your land. So I don't know how much it's worth. I've never looked into it. I have really tried to convince people to do it with varying degrees of success. But it's definitely there. I don't see why people wouldn't do it. That's it. Split, cut, split, stack, repeat. Cut, split, stack, repeat. That is my mantra. And it is good for you. The physical exercise is good for you guys. We all know, we all have seen and heard of let's split this and all this here jazz, and we know how good splitting firewood is for your mental health. It is really. Thomas, how's it going? Who's going? They're going, Wally. Lost you on that one, Thomas. You're gonna have to explain that. Sorry. So it is good for you. Now here is how good for you is 15 hours brush cutting. That's a question. You know what I mean? So there's certain activities are better for you than others. Like if you think about it, think about a man who goes out and lays bricks for 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Jesus, imagine their bodies, you know. Yeah. Hello, Thomas. The handling. It's the handling, isn't it? I remember when I used to do turf, the guys that had been doing it a long time, the old fellas would always go on about the handling. The handling. Don't handle your turf. Don't handle your turf. Don't handle your turf too much. You know, the bare minimum. You know, you have to touch each piece of turf about 4 times, right? And that's all it should be. So you lift it, turn it, that's 1. Turn it, that's 2. Stack it, that's 3. Put it in the trailer, that's 4. Actually 5 times, and then put it, and then move it. Okay, I get you, Thomas. So, are you driving? I don't know what this voice thing is. Oh, hey, listen. The boy from South Armagh was living down in Mayo, and I says, do you know what, Siobhan, my wife, I says, we should cut a bog. We should cut a bog. That's what we call it, cutting a bog. So basically the digger comes in and cuts your turf for you, and then you have to turn it and let it dry, and then turn it so it dries on the other side, and then you have to stack it to let the air through it, and then you put it in a trailer and you take it home. Andrew, wait till you see the next stuff. Oh my God, there are some serious videos coming out brush cutting. I'm limiting it to 3 videos, and one of them is a review. Richard, how's it going? Oh, by the way, guys, I meant to say this, right? It's not super important, but Richard, it's you that reminded me. I got a whole load of comments through that were held for review by YouTube. So if you suddenly find me replying to comments, Richard, there was one of yours, you know, and a lot of them were based around let's split this. So basically, what happens if you type something into YouTube and you put a full stop, but you don't put a space after the full stop, and you type something else, it shows up in blue because the YouTube thinks that is a link to something, right? And because it thinks it's a link to something, it flags it and it hides it from the channel. So a load of comments came. Now some of the comments were absolute crap. People peddling porn and stuff like that. But a lot of your there was at least 10 comments from you guys, and Richard, there was one by you. I don't remember what it was, but I replied to it. Yeah, well, you got to agree with that, Al, don't you? You know, there is certain aspects of the physical work that are enjoyable, but there was definitely a time when in the last couple of days, when I was doing that brush cutting, and I was thinking to myself, I'm just going to go hire a digger. I'm just going to hire a digger. This would be so much easier if I hired a digger. But it's just, you know, that's it, isn't it? You hire a digger and it costs £300. You do it yourself and it costs nothing. You know, nothing minus the cost of the machine. But you're listening, that machine's paid for itself already. So that's the way I look at it. So it took me 15 hours of my life, but it is done. It is done, and now I can move into it and start planting trees. So, you know, which is the end game. So plant more trees. Plant more trees. I wonder how many trees I have left. Well, how's it going? My outdoor life with huskies. What's the crack, man? Long time no see. Thomas, I completely understand where you're coming from with that. I know. Imagine. Listen here. You know, like people went into America to those massive trees with double bit axes and cut those trees down. You know, they cleared land by pulling rocks with horses. You know, Ireland is full of fields with stone walls because they pulled the stones out of the ground and put them on you know, and built walls out of them because they didn't really have anywhere else to put them. Nice bespoke fencing. Thanks. We were just talking about that. I'm growing it out for I'm going to do a head shave on the 27th of May. The beard's coming off, the head's coming, the thing's coming off, the hair's coming off, and I'm doing it for the Southeastern Hospice. So it's just giving. I don't know how to share. I don't know how to share it where it's not an absolutely massive thing. I have £157. I don't know how to share it. I'm sorry. I don't know how to share it. Sorry. I'll have to figure that out. Guys, maybe I'll put it on the page. Maybe I'll put it on the main page. I also have some great pictures, guys, of everything all done. So listen, hair will always grow back, you know. MJ, if MJ is there, MJ is always pushing me for head shaving videos. I used to do head shaving videos, and I decided not to do them anymore. And what happened, Glenn, is that I have two channels now. So this is probably why you haven't been seeing a lot of me, because I don't do any bushcraft stuff on this channel. I have another channel that's just bushcraft, and that's Red Branch Bushcraft. So that's after my business name. So oh, hang on. My back, I'm sitting in the seat, so my back's going, no, Wooly, this is what you get for making me do all that brush cutting. Jay, take it easy, buddy. Sorry, didn't see that message until now. Take it easy. Good luck with all that ash. Love it. So, chopper saw 1,000 logs in 24 hours. I know, if only I could get my hands on 1,000 logs, cut and chop in 24 hours. That'd be amazing. A delimbing machine that runs up a tree. I know, Jesus Christ. Imagine. For Al. What's for Al? Roddy, will do. Nah. I don't think I'd be brave enough to shave myself with a knife. Guys, thanks for all the thumbs up. Love it. Absolutely love it. So thank you very much, Chevy. Take it easy, buddy. So basically, it has been a brush cutting type of week, guys. It has been fun. It is really hot. I really can't understand how hot it is. It's 17 degrees today, and it's going to be 17 degrees tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm having a barbecue down at the river with the kayaks, and me and the kids are going kayaking. So but I got tons of work to do down at Red Branch. Mark, you're very welcome, buddy. Robert, how's it going? Robert, I have a forest axe as well. It's right here. I don't know if it's a forest axe. It might be a little bit big. Let me see. I know you're thinking to yourself, Wooly, do you literally just sit there surrounded by axes? Surrounded by axes, dogs, and guns. Okay, that's the Hultafors in front of it. That's 22 inches long. And this is the Grand Furs. That's my bucking special. He barely comes off the wall these days. I must cut down a tree with this. Well, do you know what, Richard? I use the dog shavers. I have a set of dog clippers, and they're the most amazing things for cutting hair. It's like you know, we've all seen the footage of the boys going in, and it must be draft footage from the 60s or something, and they sit down and that's exactly what it's like. No way. It's snowing. 17, I reckon, is 63 Fahrenheit. That is, sorry, Robert, that is my Grand Forge. It is a very special axe. For the people that know, it is a bucking special. Dun, dun, dun. And that was a gift. It was actually a prize in the contest. So I like it. Quality wise, it's hard to say if there's a difference. If I can't really see a difference in quality, because that's an antique axe, whereas that's a new axe. So finish and everything seems the same. So I don't know. They seem nice. I would have said that a Hultafors would be a better value axe, but Hultafors have upped their price, so there's not much of a difference in price now between a Hultafors and a Granfors. So at the minute, I have raised £157. That's this one. That's this one. This is a beauty of an axe. It's light. It's just the right weight. It's well made. It takes an amazing edge. Needs a sharpen, but it takes a really good edge, like shaving sharp edge. Like you can quite easily just take the skin off your arm with it. Hultafors make really nice axes, guys. I have to say, I have the Hultafors splitting maul as well. This is nice. This is nice. I haven't done a lot to this except boil linseed oil, and I give it a very light sand. It actually feels like that handle needs a little bit of sand again. But these are nice. Made in Sweden. And nice sheets for them as well, or mask, or whatever you want to call it. But guys, I would recommend them. But this is the thing. All this stuff is going to be more expensive. Yes. They need to be. They need to be. Guys, the dog shavers are amazing. Unbelievable. It's like just nothing. Nice, Richard. Nice present to get. I don't know about it being too pretty to use. Well, in saying that, mine's on the wall, so I can't really say too much about that. Tough work. It's not bad. Do you know what, Thomas? I don't mind it. I don't mind it because you're standing upright. It's not as bad. And if you tense up your stomach muscles and clench your butt cheeks, you're using your core all the time, so it's not that bad. Because your core is fit for that sort of work. It's when you have a job where you're bending over all day. That's when I would be just lying on the floor. I wouldn't be fit to do anything. I would be in a serious bad way after that. Well, that's just my back. You know what I mean? So, I have to say, the last time I tried to tame the jungle, it near broke my heart. I swear to God, guys. And the video is on the channel, and you will see it. And I just go, I'm done. I can't do this. This is ridiculous. What am I doing? I'm 40-something years of age. I'm out here with a brush cutter trying to wrestle brambles and stuff. But today, after 3 years, I did it. No way. 5 bucking specials. No way. No, we don't get picaroons here. Never seen one. Ever seen one. I'd have to get one. I'd have to buy one online. Unreal. Robert, we don't get the same Husqvarna gloves as you get. Chainsaw gloves, I don't like. I'm generally not wearing gloves unless it's cold or it's wet. And generally what I'm going to wear is I'm going to wear some sort of probably mechanics gloves, cut resistant gloves. Probably have a pair of them like right here at the minute as well. I do like those. No, maybe not. I do find them comfy and hard wearing and cheap. Okay. Any glove that has chainsaw protection in it, I really can't get on with them. I don't like them at all. Yeah, I think I have seen the Fiskars one, Richard. The Fiskars one, is it black with orange? does it have an orange spike on it? Do you know the tire? Having the tire on your chopping block really saves your back as well, and having your chopping block set a little bit higher, I find. I like a two chopping block system. So I have one that is set up about halfway between my knees and my waist, and the other one is set up to about the height of my knees. The one that is lower is good for big rounds, getting big rounds onto it. Whereas then when you split it, you put it up into the higher chopping block, and you can, because it has the tire on it, you can just bust it up and the wood doesn't go flying everywhere. So that is a big thing for me, because you know yourself, you hit a piece of wood, bang, 2 bits are on the ground, you have to pick them up and move them. Whereas if you have the tire, everything just stays in the tire, so you're at your normal working height, so it's not a big deal. So you just lift them out, throw them into the wheelbar, and then move them. Highland Homestead, how's it going? Yeah. Do you know when I was finishing off the brush cutting today, and when it does, Pat. When I was finishing off the brush cutting today, what I was going to do was I was going to spin the camera around so the forest was behind me, and I was going to go, that's it, I'm finished, I'm done. And I'm going to go, I'm done, and I was just going to walk away, and I was going to turn my back and start walking off into the woods, take off my t-shirt, take off my brush cutting trousers, and then I was just going to run and jump into the river. But it took me so long to finish. Like when I was down there, it was so hot, but it took me so long to finish that it just wasn't hot anymore. So it works well, Phenom. It works well. Wow. Well, 80 Fahrenheit. It was 62 Fahrenheit today here. Highland. Hang on a second. I missed them. John Bob, how's it going? I don't know what Roddy has pointed out. I'm assuming it's something critically important to the future of this live feed, so I will ignore it. 5 specials. 5 bucking specials. That's unbelievable. I think I have maybe 10 axes. 10 axes total. So most of them splitting axes. But I do like to keep my splitting axes fairly sharp. Maul, splitting axes, whatever you want to call them. I do like having a nice edge on it, especially the good ones. The only one I don't really have an edge on is the Fiskars X-37, the Maul, the Isocore Maul, I think. And I have really moved away from that axe. At the start, I thought, yeah, this is really good. But I'm really getting into swinging the lighter axes now, just swinging the Husqvarna and the X25. And you know, they are popular. They are popular axes when I'm using them. People are always commenting on them. People are always asking questions about them. It's really, really cool. So Pat, you're lucky. Oh no! Oh no! I am not. Oh, Robert, is that question to me? It's not a non-running saw. It's a saw that is hard to start. So basically, what I found is that it is just hard to start. That's it. And there's a technique to it. And the technique is that you just have to turn it over, turn it over, turn it over, turn it over, and then you sort of, the piston ends up in the right spot and everything, and then it just goes. And there's no way around it. And that's just the way that saw is going to be for the rest of my life. But I love it. I love that saw. Thomas, you see, that's the way to do it. Stay busy. No, they don't, Richard. Not at all. This is what Indiana Doug was telling me. They don't market the X-37. it yeah, I don't know why. I don't even know if the X37 is the isocore model. I know that there's a split and I think there's a big one. I wanted it because it was heavier, right? And I wanted a heavy axe for a little while, and I wanted a heavy axe just to give myself more of a workout when I was splitting the wood. But what I'm finding is that, you know, man, those little axes are so nice to swing. They really are, even though they're against everything I stand for. They're composite handles, you know, all that jazz. I love the wooden handles and the vintage look of the axes and stuff. So no problem, Finon. That's what I do. That's what I do. Harold, how's it going? You're very welcome. You have to stay busy. You have to stay busy. So this is what happened to me. So when I hurt my back, I was like, you know, 7 years ago, whatever that was, I hurt my back, and it was life changing. It was life changing, right? Because it's here's the thing about getting a back injury. First of all, nobody believes you, right? And that does weird things to your head, right? Because you know that you are a lot of back injuries are life changing for the people that get them. And I'm not talking about a back injury where you're flat on your back for 6 weeks and then you go for surgery and then you recover for 6 weeks. 90% of back injuries are never healed. They're never bad enough to do anything about it. They're constantly there, you know, and there's just nothing that you can do. You do your physio, you do your exercises, and you just keep going. That's all, right? And that is the grind. That's what grinds and grinds and grinds and grinds and grinds at you. Okay, so when I hurt my back, I was just all the time, just in pain all the time. And you get to a certain stage where you're just sick of talking about it. And people ask you, how are you getting on? Oh, I'm all right. But you're in pain. But you just couldn't be arsed talking about it anymore. You stopped talking about it because what's the point? You know, what's the point? It's still there. And you'll be doing, you go to do something and you go, oh, Jesus, me back. And people will be like, oh, I thought your back was okay. No, I just don't talk about it anymore. You know, so back injuries are hard to deal with mentally and physically. So keeping moving is the best thing I could come up with. And eventually I strengthened myself back up where I can function sort of normally. Well, no, I'm better. You know, I'm different. Not better, not worse. I'm just different. So this is the thing. So it's a tough one. Hurting your back is a tough one, but I definitely agree. Get out there. Get out there. Okay, I missed about 50 comments there. See, Al, it's very tough, man. That is very tough, and it really grinds you down. And all the doctors will do is throw painkillers at you, and that is a bloody disaster in itself. And that's where a lot of my issues came about was taking too many painkillers, and you know, and the mental issues that brings. You know, when I started having panic attacks and anxiety and stuff like that, and you know, and I'm still dealing with that now, and that's 7 years ago. So. No way. Okay. You need your knee replaced. Oh, Jesus Christ. Robert, it actually had a carb rebuild. It's just the way it is. What we had found is that it had actually been in that saw shop before, and they had put two gasket seals on it to try and bring up to give it a wee bit more space. It's like it's just a saw with mental compression. That's all. It's a Husqvarna 188 SE, and they just have mental compressions. And I've had Kenzie on about it, from Bio Country Saws. I've had loads of people talking about it, and we've gone through it, and we've looked at it, and I did a video for Kenzie and everything. That video actually was for Kenzie, and it's just a saw with very high compression, and there's a knack to it. And somebody explained it to me really well. Chippy, welcome back, buddy. That Homestead, Highland Homestead, you're exactly right. So what somebody explained it to me, in that when you're pulling it over and the piston and everything is moving up and down on the inside, there is a way. If you take the spark plug out and you pull it up until the piston comes right up to the top and then rotates the whole way back down, and then you put a mark on your pull, whatever you call that. I don't remember what that's called. Right. And once you have those two marks lined up all the time, you will know that that is ready to go. So you can just boom, pull on it and away it goes. It just takes a couple of minutes. And once it started, once it runs 100%. The Fisker's axe, I think that Fisker's axe was about 50 quid. Well, this is the thing, Al. This is what they said to me. They said to me, here it is. Your back is not bad enough for us to do something about. You're just going to have to get on with it. And I was like, okay. Yes. So I find cycling tough on my lower back. You see, the thing is that I hurt my back from working at a desk job, right? So I was working on the computer. I had done 9 months working on a computer before, but I had then gone back, and because I'm an outdoor pursuits instructor, that is my job. That's what I've done for 20 years, and then I started my own business doing that as well. So basically what happened is that I get into stuff. So I was answering calls, I was dealing with online fraud, somebody would ring up like this, checking stuff and putting myself in this position for like 10-12 hours a day. Basically what happened is that I popped two discs in the bottom of my back. Yes, Chippy, that's it. And what I found was that it was they were giving me lots of cocodamol, the highest rate of cocodamol, and I was taking them all the time, and it led to various different things, and it led to chronic pain, and it led to chronic fatigue, and it led to fibromyalgia and stuff like that. And guys, that is Rice. How's it going, buddy? Reese, sorry. And the whole load of stuff that it brought along with it that put me, and a lot of it, guys, I talked about in the early days on the channel, and it's not there anymore. I've removed it, but it's still there. But and it was a large part of the channel as well. But I sort of wanted to niche down a wee bit more, so I removed that, and that's why the channel is only just firewood and chainsaws and building stuff, and quite random enough at times, and brush cutting and cutting grass and stuff and all that there stuff. But listen, you have me going for 10 minutes over. No, I think you're better off. I think if you can manage to get away without surgery, I think you're better off. I really do. Guys, and on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very, very much. Oh, Reese, sorry, we're just heading. LEDs in the background. I'll give you a wee light show. Look. My girls made me get them. Aren't they cool? Guys, I'm looking forward to my weekend. I'm working all weekend, but I'm looking forward to my weekend as well. Guys, thank you, everybody. This was a fantastic live feed. A bit random, as they normally are, but I enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourself too. Stay frosty.